So, you wish you could reconnect with your ex. You love them, you care about them, but there's just too much baggage. Well, I'm here to tell you that almost anyone can have a fresh start with their ex if they follow the plan that I outlined in this video. Now, this works even if you cheated, lied, fought almost constantly. And it doesn't matter, how much time has passed or how much resentment has built up. It's basically like hitting the reset button on the relationship with your ex and starting from scratch. I'm Brad Browning, author of the X Factor 2.0, a comprehensive program that's all about getting that second chance with your ex. And I'm here to help you the way that I've helped tens of thousands of others in similar situations. So let's get started. Now, I'm going to give you a basic roadmap to follow here. Now, not all of these will apply to you, but you do need to do as many as you possibly can if you are going to have any hope of that fresh start with your ex. So starting with number one, take space. Now, many people get stuck in this negative cycle with their ex because they never spend any time, reflecting and recovering from the breakup. Now, I know that you want that closeness with your ex, but you're choosing short-term satisfaction over an actual life together. So once you've broken up, you need to cut all contact with them for about a month, at least for the typical breakup situation. And if you fail to do this, you will get stuck in limbo and you're going to be unable to move forward with your ex without causing big fights and misunderstandings. So you need to cut contact now and give your ex plenty of space. Of course, what I'm talking about here is no contact. So no phone calls, emails, texts, and don't even look at their social media. Give them true space and just take this time to focus on yourself. Now, if you want more information about how to do no contact right, I'll put a link to another video that I made in the description that explains, exactly how to handle this no contact period and how to return to your ex once it's over. But just know that this is vital to getting that fresh start with your ex because it essentially gives you a clean slate to work with. All of the old resentments and anger are going to start to fade and your ex will begin to miss you because they're only going to remember the good that you brought into their lives. But remember, your absence is critical here. Number two, move forwards, not backwards. I think many people get stuck in the past, not just because they hold on to past resentments and, petty disagreements, but also because they put the past on a pedestal as some, magical time that was so much better than today. But the truth is that you don't really miss the past as much as you are, scared of the future. You know how bad things were, but you understand them now in hindsight, so they can no longer hurt you. And the future is full of unknowns. And of course, that's scary. But if you do want this fresh start, you need to start in your own mind. So let go of the past and, focus on what's coming next. Besides reconnecting with your ex, what are you looking forward to? And if you can't figure out the answer to that question, then you do need to do some work. Find out what you want and then go and get it. I know this sounds dumb, but I'm dead serious about this. You're never going to reconnect with your ex if you keep living in the past. The future is where your ex is waiting for you, so keep moving forward in life. And that brings us to number three, stop the negative cycle. Now, this is actually one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you here. And if you do nothing else, you need to do this because you can't solve this problem if you're actively making it worse. Now, I think many people watching this video can tell that every time they see or talk to their ex, things are only getting worse, not better. But they really often don't see an alternative. You have to see your ex if you want to have a relationship, right? And obviously that's the case. We already talked about, taking some space, but eventually you're going to have to break the silence and start to spend time together again. And when you do, you must make sure that you stop contributing to the cycle that's making you and your ex miserable. Now, I know that, your ex may be picking fights, but you have to accept that you have a role in this too. So ask yourself, what you're doing that's helping to maintain the toxic cycle. Are there certain behaviors that, drive your ex crazy, but that you seem to refuse to stop doing? Are you prioritizing your ex's needs or maybe being selfish? Are you always willing to, take the bait and fight with your ex in any situation? Now, I know that you might feel that you're in the right, but here's the problem. You can't change how your ex behaves. The only person that you have power over is yourself. So I often tell people to lead by example in a relationship. If you can treat your ex how they want to be treated, then chances are they're going to rise to the occasion and do the same for you. I honestly see it happen every day. And really, it is worth a shot because your current approach is clearly not working. So give your ex and yourself, as much grace as possible. Assume they have good intentions instead of bad ones and, act accordingly. And do your best, within reason to prioritize their needs. I'm not saying you have to, change who you are or completely roll over and take any and all abuse your ex is going to throw at you, but try to be kind and compassionate as much as you can. If you can keep this up over the long term, you will see that your ex is going to start to soften and they're in turn going to begin treating you in a kinder, more gentle way. And this is one of the best ways to get a fresh start. And number four is don't be in a rush. I know that you're desperate to make some immediate progress with your ex. I totally get it, especially after a period of no contact. It can easily feel that you're not getting anywhere, and you might be tempted to try and cut corners or rush the process just to see some kind of result, to feel like you're doing something to reel your ex back into your arms. But you have to play it cool, be patient, and let things develop naturally. So, don't ask your ex to move back in, after you've only been talking for a few days. Don't try to put labels on things right away, or you risk scaring your ex off altogether. Remember how long it took to get where you were in the relationship in the first place? And you're essentially back to square one right now. So don't expect things to magically change overnight. It might take weeks or even months to get anywhere with this, because you're not trying to rebuild your old failed relationship. You're trying to get a fresh start. You want to create new healthy patterns that bring you together rather than forcing you apart. And really, that's just not going to happen overnight. And the more you try to rush things, the more at risk you are of making a mistake or pushing your ex away without even realizing it. And that brings us to number 5, don't beg. Now, this one is pretty obvious. Begging is just pathetic. I know how you feel, and I know how tempting it is to just put yourself at the mercy of your ex and ask them to forgive you and take you back. You're already so low, why not hit rock bottom? Well, the reason this doesn't work is not just because it's very embarrassing and unattractive, but because, again, you're not moving things forward. You're just bringing up all the pain and awkwardness that happened when the two of you broke up because you're showing them that sad, pathetic part of yourself and asking them to accept it. Now, the time will come when your ex will accept every version of you, even the most pitiful, but right now you need to put your best foot forward. You need them to know that if they decide to give you another chance, it'll be with a new, better, more confident version of you, not a heap of tears and broken promises. So cut out any kind of negative, unattractive behaviors like begging, pleading, or stalking your ex on social media. That kind of thing is only going to make your situation worse and push you even further from getting that fresh start. Number 6 is to use the clean slate message. Now, this one only applies to a small portion of you watching, I'd assume, but maybe you're wondering what to do if you've already begged and pleaded with your ex for a second chance. Well, don't worry too much, because this does happen all of the time. So many of my clients were in this situation that I just had to come up with a solution that would help to mitigate some of the damage. Now, I call this the clean slate message. Basically, if you know you screwed up after the breakup by repeatedly begging your ex for another chance, even after they said no, then you probably need to use the clean slate message just to set things straight. Now, this isn't a complicated process, so don't overthink it. You basically just want to clear the air with your ex and let them know that you've realized that begging was stupid and that you're going to give them space and move on. Now, of course, if you're watching this, I know you don't intend to move on, but you need to at least act as like you are going to, at least for a while, so that you both have time to process the breakup. Now, to get all the rest of the details on the clean slate message, just sign up for my X Factor 2.0 program at breakupbrad.com/buy, but I'll give you some of the basics here right now. Firstly, tell them you're sorry for how you acted, but don't get into the details. Let them know that you're taking a step back and you're ready to move on. You want them to read the message and sort of just, breathe a sigh of relief. And this is something that you want to send before you go no contact, which is, of course, something that I already talked about earlier in the video. If you send them this message and you continue to hang around, even if you no longer beg for a second chance, then you'll only upset your ex further and show them that your words really have no value. So you must cut contact for a while, or you'll never actually get that fresh start. Number 7 is to forgive them. So if you and your ex are stuck in a toxic cycle of anger and hurt feelings, then it's pretty obvious that one or both of you are holding on to some kind of resentment. Now, you shouldn't reach out to them to tell them that you forgive them. That's just gonna start more fights and disagreements. You just need to make this commitment within yourself to forgive them for everything they've done to hurt you at this point. Let go of the resentment you feel for them and for how they treated you during the relationship or during the breakup and in the time since. Accept that they're a flawed person who's made mistakes, but is doing the best that they can, just like you are. Now, forgiveness means, no longer dwelling on the past, no longer starting fights about it and just letting it lie. But forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or letting them get away, with whatever they want moving forward. Remember what happened, but try to let go whenever possible. And you should also know, this is an ongoing process. When you find yourself dwelling on something your ex said or did years ago that really hurt your feelings, remember that you've decided to forgive them and act accordingly. And that brings us to number 8, which is to change your approach. Now, right now, your ex thinks that they know you inside and out. And that's why they're keeping their distance and, not giving you a chance. They think that they know who you are and what's in store for them if they were to accept your offer and, reconnect. But you need to show them that they're wrong. That you have hidden depths that they don't even know about. You're not the, sad, pathetic person begging them for another chance. Instead, you're someone who's confident, vital, and worth having in their life. So really, do what you have to do to improve who you are and how you relate to your ex. I'm not telling you to be phony. I'm telling you to actually make the changes that you need to make to be that best version of yourself. Now, this sounds like a lot, and it can be, but you don't have to do it all at once. Take stock of your life, look at what you want to change, and just take one step in that direction. And from there, all you need to do is just keep moving forward, and you are going to get there. But there is only one catch, and that is that you have to start doing this today. And that ties in nicely with number 9, which is to work on your own issues. Now remember, you can't change your ex. You can only change yourself. And this goes not just for how you treat them, but also how you live your life outside of the relationship. Being in a relationship means that you blend your lives together, and so the way you act, even when you're not together, affects both of you. So you can't go and blow all your money at the casino and then come home to that person and just act surprised when they get upset about it. You can't spend every moment you're apart, getting blind drunk and then be surprised when they don't want you to be around, even though you're always sober when it's just the two of you. Really, the way you act in your life affects your relationship just as it affects you. But the good news is that you can improve your relationship just by making a few positive changes in your life. In fact, just starting to make the effort is going to have the biggest impact of all. So you don't have to lose, 100 pounds and, get a washboard six-pack. You just need to start living, a healthier lifestyle and maintain that consistency. You don't have to score a job making $1 million a year. You just need to start applying yourself at work more and hopefully, try to move up that ladder. So have meaningful goals in life and work towards achieving them. Now, your ex will see these positive changes that you're making, and they're going to recognize that you are improving yourself. And this is not only really attractive, but it shows your ex that you're capable of change, which is a huge step towards a fresh start for the both of you. Now, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about mental health here too. If you are depressed, anxious, whatever, it's going to hurt the way that you interact with your ex, and it's going to make rebuilding this relationship an uphill battle. So do seek help from a professional if you have the chance and you feel the need. And number 10, apologize if necessary. Of course, telling your ex you're sorry, it can be really hard, but if you did do something that really hurt them, then it's very necessary if you want a fresh start with your ex. Now, of course, this only actually applies if you actually have something to apologize for. Now, a good apology is thorough, and it contains several important things. First, you need to admit what you did and own it. So don't make excuses or try to explain or justify your actions. It's not the time for that. And then, secondly, you need to acknowledge why and how your actions hurt them. And then from there, you need to actually say the words, "I'm sorry." Believe it or not, many people neglect this step, because they feel awkward, but you need to say "I'm sorry" or your ex may not get the message. And finally, you need to promise to change your behavior so that this never happens again. It's simple, but it's effective. I've seen an apology like this completely change the tenor of a relationship. It shows your ex that you know what you've done wrong and that you're willing to own up to it and do what's right. And finally, number 11, show your ex a good time and build real, natural attraction. So finally, after you've taken all the other steps that we've already talked about, you've completed a period of no contact, gotten back on good speaking terms with your ex, cleared the air, and started to work on yourself and your own life, well, there will, of course, come a time when you have to start seeing your ex in person and actually re-attracting them. Now, what I mean by this is simple. You need to make your ex fall for you all over again. Now, of course, that might seem like a very daunting task on the surface, but remember, you've already done this once. You know that your ex, sees what you bring to their life and to a relationship together, and you've already made them fall in love with you once before. So now, it's time to flirt, to build attraction, create sexual tension. Basically, just make your ex want to be around you and spend time with you. Make sure that anytime you hang out, or even just have a conversation by text or on the phone, that you make them smile and laugh, that you show them a good time, rather than letting the conversation, get heavy or get into any kind of drama. So don't talk about the past, about the breakup, or even your potential future together. Just have fun. And of course, flirt and remind them why they were attracted to you in the first place. I actually recently made a video where I shared 16 key flirting tips to help you rebuild your ex's natural organic attraction and make them change their mind and take you back. So click the pop-up here and watch that video next if you want to learn more about how to make them fall for you again and actually agree to give you that fresh start you're after. And if you need my help, remember, you can always visit breakupbrad.com/coaching and sign up for my very affordable one-on-one coaching program to get my personal ongoing help with your unique or unusual situation. Or if you have just a quick question, leave it in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you within a day or two at the most. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I wish you the very best of luck out there. Bye for now.